Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Morgan, and I bid you all welcome back to Elex. Kaja is having a bit of trouble down there, but that's fine. Some of you are probably wondering why I'm back here all of a sudden. Short swim away from the Exile Island on this rickety old shipwreck. And the reason is that you all probably, I don't know, maybe remember me whining about the horrible textures that were on this ship before. It turns out that's one of the things that they actually saw fit to fix in the very large 2.5 gigabyte patch/update that they dropped on the 20th of December. This is the first episode I've recorded since then. Every episode previously I recorded a week or two ago. And one of the things they fixed was they basically admitted what I suspected, which was that their level of detail scaling with distance wasn't really working the way it was supposed to. That's a problem that some of their previous games have had as well. I definitely noticed it severely in Risen 3, where if you zoomed up really close on certain rock textures, you could actually see the higher resolution texture kind of phasing through the really low detailed one. But I'll put up a side-by-side comparison with the clip from the older video on how bad this used to look. So it's nice that they actually finally got around to fixing it. You can actually see some detail on the corrugated steel they have on the walls of this. I mean, listen, it's still a Prototypes game. It's still on the 15-year-old Genome engine, so it's not going to look that great. But it's nice that they've touched up some of the things that were just a problem before. So among other things that came along with this patch were some pretty...
This is a nice place.
Indeed, I quite enjoy it. Although we didn't get much of a look around here last time. I kind of mad dashed it once I realized what dangerous things were out here. But we aren't going to be spending much time here. I just wanted to point that out because when I heard about what the patch accomplished visually, that's one of the biggest changes that I wanted to see. Supposedly there's some new lighting details, all sorts of stuff. I don't have the patch list open to really review everything at once, and that's not really what I want this episode to be. I just wanted to take a look at it before we began. Seems like the shadows might be improved. There might be an actual light source in low light situations that some games tend to ignore. But among other things, it also added some gameplay options. Let's see if it actually changed anything. There's actually some new anti-aliasing options that I saw. Ambient occlusion I have low because this mod I downloaded supposedly only works when it's on low. So we're going to keep it that way. I don't know if that anti-aliasing really changed much. Still see a little bit of jagginess on the shoulders, but hey. More importantly, as I keep getting distracted, is new difficulty options, including the ability to lower and even turn off stamina. So even though the bar is still there, you'll notice it's not draining at all. And this becomes a bit more conventional by their standards. So this is good if you really want that. But the problem, of course, is that this game was balanced, quotation marks, balanced for a stamina bar. So it becomes just a button mash frenzy, I imagine, if you turn that off. We are going to keep it on normal. There's no extreme mode, it seems. You can also change enemy and player damage. I don't think I would do enemy damage. I might... If I were to raise either of these, I would probably raise both of them. I'm actually going to set that up, because I didn't realize I had that on balance this whole time. I think it would actually make this game a bit more interesting to have their aggression up, because I've noticed especially NPCs are really kind of timid. Another big thing that they fixed, and it really makes me happy that they finally did it, supposedly that will save, and I will never have to turn it off again. Thank God. Anyway, so that's about all there is to see with that as far as I can remember. But what else we need to do is someone tipped me off that I've actually left an item behind in the Mausoleum. in episode 15, we left when I went down there and saw the chemical area of effect thing going on. And
it's dangerous here.
It's fine. We already took care of everything. I just kind of, you know, abandoned it and said, okay, well, we'll come back to this once I have more resistance. But right at the beginning, there's actually something. I'm just do a quick dash and grab. Something I totally missed. The good thing about the chemical damage over time effect is that it does not last very long. We don't need that anymore. So what's down there is an energy sword, energy regent sword. I believe energy is just an electrical elemental, I guess, because it said, you notice it says upgraded regent sword energy specification. So this is a weapon that by default is infused with an energy or electrical elemental type. So I would have, I would not have been back. I planned on coming back here in some of the other more toxic areas in due time. The fact that quick dash down there took away a good quarter of my health tells me that in some of the more intense places, I do not stand a chance of surviving. So we will not be back there or that World Heart on the coast anytime soon. People have been telling me to do that. One commenter in particular. I just want to say that in terms of backseat gaming, I really don't want a lot of that. And I think I've mentioned that before. If people are, I feel like, trying to backseat game too much or putting too many spoilers, I will let you know in the comments that you need to kind of back off. Of course, if you just keep on doing it, I'm going to have to mute you at some point. So please be aware of that. Hopefully you won't take it personally, but it's just kind of the way it has to be. Apart from that, because it was something I could quickly grab and was, technically something I should have found and just missed, I'm not as upset about being told about that. So stuff like that, stuff that I kind of walk away from, that you guys can actually see in my videos and see me walk past without getting. I got no problem with you letting me know about that kind of stuff, but don't tell me, hey, that area you said you were coming back to, if you go in there, there's something you can find, you can just, run around the enemies and blah, blah, blah. And, don't tell me about that stuff. I'll be back and I'll find it. Everything about my blind experience with this game is just that. It's supposed to be blind, and it's supposed to be me doing things at my own pace, with my own progression, and kind of figuring out the game on my own. And I apologize if that's not what you want to see. But that's exactly what this is supposed to be. And I'm playing this game as much for myself as for any of your entertainment. And if you're not entertained, kindly, busy yourself with something else, because you're not spoiling this experience for me. I'm sorry to say. Anyway, apart from that, that's about everything I want to cover for, pre-video stuff. What are these guys hustling around for? At the end of the last episode, we're going with Kaja here to look for a
all that technology, and yet they build such ugly buildings.
Yeah, no accounting for taste, I guess. There's a deposit or something of natural, unrefined Elix, I guess, just gushing out of the mountain here. We're trying to track it down and see what we can learn from it. So that sounds like fun, don't it? Especially with all the beasts that are likely to have sensed it as well. In fact, I can see quite a few of them on the radar now. That's a mutant. That's a little Ratama boar.
I'll take care of it.
Damn, they all came running. Come on, then. Holy shit. Damn, Kaja means business, though. Yeah, you think you can hit me from there? I think not. Damn, she is tough. Well, those rat boars really don't seem to give much of a shit. Rah, 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 rah. Just stand over there just growling.
Count on me.
Should hope so. That's not really a good thing. I also noticed if you attempt to perform an action without stamina, it does actually try and consume it, and therefore it kind of puts you in the negative. So be aware of that. Now, what does this do? Okay, that hurts. Oh my goodness. Can't drink potions in the air. I guess we just kind of abandoned Kaja, but it was a necessary sacrifice to ensure our escape. Alright, I think y'all can help me out. Still one coming.
I'd put that weapon away if you want to live much longer. All right, you asked for it. I'll help you.
Hey, yeah. Good thing these outlaws here mean business. I'll, run interference, I guess. Oh, he went down. Damn, these guys are not holding up. Okay. Guess I'll just distract this one. Well, I got that one. Okay.
Keep close. Fight together.
Hey, bitch, I'm running. You can fight if you want. Why are these things so hard? You know, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Let's, set that a bit more normal. That was not what I meant to do. Yes. Good thing is it really wants a piece of me, so it's kind of ignoring everybody else. Letting them... Okay, never mind. There, that's my contribution. You all make the most of it.
So you came through for Cooper.
I guess so.
Then it seems we can rely on you. And a good job is rewarded. That's how we do things in Tavar.
Now he's out. How are you going to get into the city?
Well, I was hoping Cooper was gonna sort that from the inside. But no dice. So, we're gonna have to wait for something to change in there. Something's cooking for sure. So we've just got to hope it comes to the boil soon. It's not like we can go back to Tavar. The Duke's never been keen on Baxter's old boys. So we're going to risk staying here a bit longer and hope the Albs don't march through here.
Who the hell's Baxter? Guessing he's a, I don't know, someone the Duke doesn't like, apparently. Alright, so that was a rough business. This guy bit the dust. Well, so much for him.
This world has so much to give.
It's kind of interesting that we could blow the whistle on what Hunter and the outlaws were doing out here, and yet still help Cooper. And the gatekeepers did not suspect his fake ID at all.
It's amazing that it's still here.
I don't know. It's kind of, you know, brick and concrete. That tends to last a while. That's why they use it. But hey, what do I know? I'm no civil engineer. Alright, well, with that ugliness out of the way, let's see what we can actually accomplish in this direction. That's a good 15 minutes of this video, and we barely made it across the bridge. And that guy's still there. At least you're a wimpy one.
Let's do this.
Heads up. Damn. She just fucking plows these guys. I thought Duras would have been one of the tougher members of our group. But her magic is definitely nothing to be spurned. What happened to that other mutant? Wonder if he was carrying anything. I don't think his corpse really stuck around. Actually, I may have already looted it, and I just don't remember. Oh well, at least we cleared the place, so hopefully we can investigate in peace. Yep, that's a lot of
The
Elex.
deposit must be here. I can feel the Elix in the ground.
And so what do we do now?
I must meditate. Wait over there. I need space away from you.
Excuse me. Okay, well, it looks like you already accomplished something. This is gonna be like the old Gothic 2 rituals where you tell me to wait, and then I just wait forever. And then I actually have to end up talking to you, even though you told me not to. Pretty spooky sound effects, though.
That was...
Was it? Okay, well, maybe I'll scrape up what we got here. Alright, have you learned anything?
That was what I was afraid of.
Great.
That doesn't sound good.
It's something I've suspected. It's why I came. It's the reason you're going to think I'm crazy. I could feel the Elix was communicating with me. Like it has a purpose. That it wants something from me, from the people on this planet.
Elix speaks to you?
I know how crazy that sounds, but it's true.
Huh.
But it's a mineral. How can it want something? How can it speak to you?
That's one of the reasons I had to leave Goliath. It was like the Elix was screaming to me. I thought it was because of the mana they were giving me, but now I know it's something different.
Ooh.
So, you want to continue?
You said you would help me. That was our deal. Are you still up for this? Now you know how crazy my idea is?
Yeah, this sounds pretty interesting. That's actually an interesting thought, like the fact that the Elix was screaming to her and Goliath. Maybe transmuting it into mana is actually, like, harming whatever physical or spiritual organism lives in it. That's a kind of creepy line of thinking that we'll see what that turns out to.
Let's assume I believe you. What exactly do you think you heard?
I'm not sure. It wasn't words. More a sense of desire, of purpose. But it was fleeting, hard to catch. I think I need to find a bigger deposit of Elix. That might help me hear it more clearly.
Well, I imagine there's a lot of it in the crater.
Okay. What happens now?
We go Elix hunting. But
My
first I
favorite
need to
kind of
return
hunting.
Home. I have to go to Edan, to one of our world hearts. The one south of the observatory, in the middle of Edan. Now I've heard it, sensed it here, I want to know if this is what I heard when I was close to large amounts of mana in Edan.
You said you felt something back then. Why would it be different now?
Because I need to be sure. I need to know I wasn't going crazy. Can't you see how important this could be? What this would mean for everyone?
You go. I'll meet you there when I can.
Right. See you in Edan.
I was just gonna meet her there. I thought we were gonna go there now. I'm actually kind of hooked on this quest here. Let's we'll take a little look about. If there's anything good around here. That's actually really interesting, and it's making Elix into something like a bigger part of the story than I thought it would be. You know, there's a lot of games that have done that, where like there's some kind of mystical alien resource that different factions are fighting over for different reasons, and the resource itself usually does not end up being such a big deal. It's just something that happens to be intrinsically valuable. I mean, human wars on this, you know, non-fictional Earth have been fought over stupider things. You know, we fought over gold and salt and oil, spices, tea. I mean, my goodness. We fight over some really dumb shit. But they're making Elex into something actually really remarkable in this game, which I do kind of appreciate. So instead of doing anything else I thought we might do, I'm going to head straight for this. I believe the Great Lift is close to it, so we're going to start from there. I'm really curious about this, and I'm not taking any follower because I assume they're just going to get rejected anyway. Actually, that's probably not a good idea. I would think if anyone would be interested or would have an opinion, probably be Duris. I guess we'll check out, see if anyone has any dialogues while we're here.
How are you doing, Falk?
It is hard to say right now.
Okay. Well, this guy might.
About the Alps who are pursuing you. Here is Pollux's head.
A shame we don't have a more intelligent example, but I will make of it what I can. Wait here, and I will read the mind and bring you the information you need.
Well, you were the one who wanted it.
It seems Pollux had orders to kill me. He failed. I, however, succeeded. And I can tell you that the converter in northern Abessa can be accessed with the code 3210.
Wow. That's actually very specific information. I didn't think you were going to accomplish anything quite that detailed.
Right. That sounds like it could be useful information.
I told you, we can work together.
Clearly.
It seems you can do what you said.
So,
how do you think we're doing working together?
You have proven to be moderately reliable. Remembering that you are an Alb would make you more efficient. Alb attacks on the free people have decreased. Something must have happened in the Ice Palace since I was last there. The question is, what?
What indeed? So, actually, he would probably have a lot of interest in what's going on with Elix as well. But I just kind of find it funny, the Albs being kind of stark white and, like, super clean looking. This guy's teeth are horrible. They're, like, yellow as fucking dirt. And everyone in this game, from the Berserkers to, like, the laborers in Abessa, their teeth are just, like, immaculate. Like, I don't think anyone's making toothpaste or whitening strips anymore, and yet everyone's teeth are, like, so white and just normal looking. I actually was really impressed with them in Risen 3, the way they actually added the detail of the demon hunters having, like, really cracked, broken teeth. Okay, he doesn't seem to want to quit. You are just a piece of shit. So I don't know why everyone's teeth are just, like, so perfect in this game. It's a little... just one of those little details that kind of break that suspension of disbelief, I guess. That's the way to the lift, I believe. Let's head this way. That's a raptor. Yeah, why don't you eat shit? I don't know if this is a runty raptor or a big one. It's a big one. But it's not a skull... it's not a skull enemy anymore, so... I think we can, actually stand a chance. Or he can just do that. And poke in the butt. Let's see if we can see what I mean there. It's like when the lock-on breaks when an enemy dies, it's like the camera kind of auto-corrects itself back to the facing it had like when you initiated the lock-on. Gets very distracting. It was this way, right? That's where the Reaver was. Someone also recommended that I go back to the Reaver camp that's near our party camp. Because if you can lure everybody out of there and kind of give them the runaround. Oh dear. Give them the runaround and get back in there and loot the place a bit. But I'd rather go in there, you know, win the place with strength of arms and loot my just rewards, as opposed to trying to do a little bait and switch, smash and grab kind of thing. It's just me. I'm old school. Those are mines. Thought there was another one. Right, I forgot you only hover when you're in aiming mode. And it does keep you suspended. There's a reduced rate of fuel consumption, but you actually have to have the jetpack engaged, it looks like. Nope, I'm wrong. You just have to have it out of the red. Alright, so she should be here, right? This is the one she was talking about. So there's the observatory. We are due south of it. So where the hell is she? There's a horn dog down there. Maybe she's on the road. I thought she'd be chilling here. Or maybe she got scared off and ran away. I don't know. There's a lamp on that rock. I don't know. I don't see her. She wouldn't be hanging out where the Reaver was. Let's just kill this thing before it becomes distracting. I wonder if that's an option in the menu that actually fixes the camera like that. So if it is, that's irritating. I don't know. So I'll take that wolf leaf. Now she just vanished after the dialogue, so I don't think it's one of those cases in kind of old school genome engine where you actually had to wait for the NPC to walk all the way there. So I remember that being a huge problem, especially in Risen, with, what was his name? Romanov, the pirate. If you paid him off to rescue Patty, he and his gang would actually walk all the way back to Harbor Town. And if you lost track of him on the way, he was almost impossible to find because he took for frickin' ever to get there. Oh, is she on top of it? Well, something's on top of it. I think we just broke some Berserker laws here, but I'm getting a little impatient. I guess pull up the quest tracker. Did I pick the wrong one? I mean, look, this is... Jesus Christ. That's the observatory. Like, right up here, this is due south of it. Oh, she's over there. So she is in the Reaver camp for some stupid reason. Which means she would have been fighting that guy if we hadn't killed him already. What the hell are you doing over here, woman?
Hey, there you are.
Here I am.
Are you okay? You look...
Yeah, I know. I feel terrible. That encounter with the Elix and Abessa really took it out of me.
Maybe we should wait on this one then.
Looked inside of me. I feel cold from the inside.
cold. That sounds like Elix.
You remember it, right? From when you took it. I got similar feelings when I took mana. I can't imagine what it did to you before being transmuted. I need some now. I need to get some mana.
Uh-oh.
I thought you wanted to go to a world heart.
I do. Now that you're here, we could go together.
About the side effects of Elix.
Yeah?
I don't know if I want to indulge her addiction. It sounds like she's getting addicted to mana the way you would... Elex, I guess.
Don't worry about it.
Wait,
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay. That's very straightforward. Do I want to take that risk? Guess I'll see what happens and decide if I want to roll with it. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm kind of rolling with the consequences. I sort of unconsciously determined that a while ago. And people have told me, especially when I had the encounter with, I think his name is Crawl, in the Mausoleum. I could tell right off the bat that Duras kind of fucked it up for us, in that there was probably a more diplomatic solution to it. If not for the fact that Duras just said, you know, he just wanted to go straight to the fight. So he kind of screwed up any other possibilities for us, but I was just like, you know what? This is what happened. This is my first playthrough. It's an RPG. There's really not a wrong answer for anything. It's just maybe not the best answer. So I'm kind of rolling with the decisions I make as opposed to trying to reload and get a better outcome. So whatever happens, I'm probably just going to stick with it. But if it seems really, really bad, I might not.
About the side...
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you. I need it to balance the Elix I'm sensing. Without it, I'm worried I'll lose myself to it. I have to understand what it wants, what the Elix's purpose is.
Alright, well, if you insist.
Then let's go.
All right.
Where'd that chicken come from?
Something is wrong here. There should be guards to look after the world.
I've been
Hall.
talking about this forever.
Like anyone's home.
Then we should be ready for a fight. Something has killed the guards here.
Something big's back
Those
there.
mutants. They're attracted to mana as well as Elix. That was great.
Yeah. So all these mutants suddenly moved in. And I've been complaining this whole time that the guards were never here. I mean, crying out loud.
Look out!
Yeah, blast the fool. Oh my god, it's one of those stupid nightshades or whatever. I don't know if we can even handle it. And Kaja's... Oh god. Oh god. I think we're doomed. I don't know, maybe... Okay, well, the chicken still wants a piece. Nope, they all still want a piece. See you, bitch. I don't know, that thing doesn't want to... Oh my god, of course there's a stupid horn dog there, too. God. Whatever, let's just go ham.
Be careful.
How about your help? Yeah, well, at least that's one down. The good thing is the big boy's still just waiting. Kaja, don't get too close. I don't want to piss the big boy off until we got the field in our hands. Oh, there it goes. We're not even putting a dent in this thing.
Thanks for being...
Sorry. Oh, that didn't do shit to it. I don't know what to do. Oh! That's a crock of shit. Man, they really escalated the difficulty of some of these quests, so... Like, I'm sorry. That's gonna have to wait. Oh, well. What were we doing otherwise? We haven't gone to any other place yet. We still have 3 regions to look at. Granted, this one probably gonna be a while before we get there. But we've not yet made it to Tavar. Or this strange thing here. We've been on the edge of it, I think, so I guess... Why don't we... just start on the road to Tavar. Since we've done a bit of work for... Oh yeah, gotta remember not to get too close to this damn converter again, because that Colossus is probably still pissed. So why don't we...
Berserker's biggest victory over the Alps. As we are taught, bring life where once there was death.
Oh, seems like a fine lesson. So I guess we'll head towards Tavar. Since we've done a bit of work on their behalf, maybe they'll be a bit open-handed with us. Hello, ratty boys. Expertly dispatched. A lot of enemies still kind of roaming around here. Oh, goodness. Why is that radioactive?
We had better hurry up and get out of here. And fast.
Don't you be telling me what to do. Oh, there's that Colossus still down there. Actually, is that a different one? I thought the other one was way over there. Whatever, let's hop the wall. So I guess that's a dumping ground for that toxic waste from this converter. Well, we haven't checked out any of this yet, have we? And one of the things I wish Piranha would get on board with, like, it actually kind of bugs me. You can see that the rain, I mean, if you look closely enough, you can see that the rain just kind of seems to follow the camera. So it's almost like it's more of a screen effect than a, like an actual environmental effect of sorts. I mean, you do see it splash on the ground, but most games at this point have kind of figured out,
the rotting remains of a long-gone civilization.
You know, like water, like wet surfaces, making that look more natural. Their game, they could, using a lot of like post effects and that kind of visual detail, they could really make their games, they could compensate for the otherwise like low visual quality of their games. You know, the lower resolution textures, kind of more basic looking character models and stuff. If they just really worked with the lighting engine, particle effects, post effects, and all that kind of stuff, they could really compensate for it and do like a terrific job. I don't know why his whole, like the HUD for this Spinehound, those are separatists. I almost got scared for a second there, but
Halt! Who goes there?
none of your
Wait.
business.
Is that you, Jax? I thought you were dead.
Do I look dead?
No. It seems you can't be trusted even in death.
What else did you hear about me?
Here? You mean, what other lies did they sell us? We were told you were executed. You failed your mission, and execution was carried out in the field. What was the real plan? Infiltrate somewhere undercover?
You wouldn't be alive right now if I was taking orders from Zakor, and you know that.
You expect me to buy that?
Look at me. Do I look like I'm taking Elix? Why would I sacrifice that strength and then try and kill you? When have the Elexitors ever allowed people to stop taking Elix?
Then what did happen? Why would they try and execute you?
My raider was shot down. Kerax was there at the crash site. He carried out the directive. Execution of those who fail orders. I fell from a cliff when he shot me. Kerax must have thought he'd done his job. But I'm alive, and I want answers.
I wouldn't have believed that a few months ago. However, that story fits with other things that I have seen and heard. There is a change in Zakor. Troops being withheld. Commanders changed. Orders aren't followed with the precision we were used to.
What do you think is happening?
I've only just started thinking. In Zakor, I was a drone, an Elix-fed soldier. They didn't tell me anything. Now, I'm just a soldier. And without the Elix to dull me, I get to be pissed that I wasn't told anything.
You look like you're still taking Elex. What's that all about?
What exactly is your job out here?
Reconnaissance. We're gathering information on the Free People. The Albs and Zakor want us dead as traitors. The Free People don't know what to make of us. We're surrounded by threat on all sides. But it was the same in Zakor. There have been changes since the Elexitors took control of the courts of the palace. You were probably a victim of those changes.
Do you know
Very good Judas
Elix's
Priest song.
location?
His troops moved through a pass to the north in the highlands of Abessa a few days ago. The Ice Palace is gathering its strength. If you ask me, we should prepare ourselves for a large-scale attack soon. Almost every day, we get a new stream of soldiers and officers defecting to us. So we're still hearing news from Zakor. Your name has been dropped, dishonored, and another commander has taken your place.
So, you believe me?
Well, you're here and they lied about you. I don't know what the others at headquarters think about you, but you're on the outside too now, Jax. Zakor will see you as a separatist just like us. So, if you want to stay alive, I guess you're stuck with us. Zakor won't forget you were sentenced for execution. That makes us allies of circumstance, if nothing else. You should speak with our leader, Sestak. Our headquarters are located at the converter in South Abessa. I'd better get back to guard duty. There are outlaws roaming around out here. They will kill you and have your stuff on the black market before your body hits the ground.
I already have my stuff.
They haven't made us welcome, that's for sure.
Thanks for the warning.
Since we didn't have much of a directive before, that actually kind of gives me some guidance. I want to go check out their headquarters, since that's the first lead we have on where they are located, because I do want to figure out exactly what the Separatists' goal is, if they even have a unified goal. But since you're wandering around,
If you need more information, then speak to Seth. I told you.
Yeah. Okay, I was hoping he was kind of like a traveling merchant of sorts. So South Abessa, eh? That's a converter in Idan. This is Abessa. That's Central Abessa. Is that the converter? That's pretty far away. You said South Abessa. So, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like due north of here. This will take a look. Not much time left in this episode, but enough time to take a short hike. See if we can get some leads. See, there's something there. That's a... looks like a berserker fortress. And there's something I've been trying to figure out, because like a lot of like the early press stuff led me to believe that there was more than one berserker headquarters. And so far Golia is the only one that I'm really aware of. We've seen... man, these biters have some serious hyper armor. I don't know what their deal is. I say that the rotation in this game, when you're locked on, reminds me way too much of like Dark Souls 2, and just how slow it is. Normally I don't go into videos without like a goal in mind, but given that this is a blind playthrough, it's hard to really have a lot of intentions or expectations to really guide me through things. So a lot of these do end up just becoming sort of aimless wandering kind of episodes. But we did accomplish some stuff with Kaja here. We at least have something to look into. Suspect that that thing's still a bit too tough for us. Yeah. We leave it be. Actually, it really does shock me how long
I wish we had more time to spend here.
it is, like, before you really stand much of a chance against most of the things you're going to encounter out here in the wild. Okay, there's some more modern looking ruins there. This bridge looks a little familiar from screenshots. I don't know exactly what to make of that. There's some more constructions up there. Why don't we just take a quick dash up the waterfall? It's something they definitely got to work on is a lot of their sound design, just the audio balancing. It's always been a problem of theirs, even when they had Master Rosenkrantz in charge of it. But I don't know who's responsible for that kind of thing now. Hang on a second, this isn't just Golia, is it? No, we're... Is it? This is Goliath this whole time, and now... I think I'm just an idiot. This isn't what I was seeing from the ground, though. But yeah, this looks like it's just Goliath. Hang on, no, this is unfamiliar. Oh, this is a tougher lock. Oh?
No.
Ah, I broke the lockpick. Okay. So that's how you break it then. Lesson learned. I'm guessing too many wrong combinations in a row will eventually break it. That's the first one we've broken, so... Now, I've been told that some of these... what Bjorn Pankratz identified as like alternative currencies in this game, including the old world money, may actually serve a purpose with certain individuals or in certain circumstances later in the game. Obviously I haven't encountered any of those yet, but you can also just sell them for a quick buck. Hunting bow. That's the one we already have, right? So that's nothing new for us. No, we got a cultivator bow. This one requires more dexterity. Since I need to upgrade dexterity to use either of these swords anyway. I don't think we have any attribute points at the moment. No, we do. This will hurl it all in there for now. So I want to be able to use a new weapon at some point. And honestly, I'm not hugely impressed with this hammer. Two-handed weapons seem pretty clunky. Ladders are for wimps. Does she not want to come up? That's fine. Oh, wow. That's an angry looking thing. Stoneclaw. Where's Kaja and what's she doing? She didn't seem to follow us. Oh! There she goes. Just comes flying out of the wall. Damn, that mana really is something. Gives people the power of, you know, plane shifting in and out of the material realm. Able to phase yourself through corporeal objects at will. So I think the other structure we're looking at is in this direction. Why don't we take a look? We've gotten a bit higher than I intended. Goodness sake. Yeah, here we go. This is something new. They're walling off something here, it looks like. Given that the other barricade already had some tough-looking mutants on the inside, I don't think they're doing a very good job, and I think most of that can be blamed on the fact that berserkers do not seem to know how to build doors. So what do we got waiting for us down here? It's a chicken. Ooh, that's a different name. Is that what we found on the Exile Island? Because that one was like a modified chicken. It's not a typical chicken. Man. Oh, that's a dreadful noise. Yeah, blast the fool. Okay. At least it wasn't too tough. There are definitely enemies inside the wall, so... What the fuck is that? Slug beast? Oh. I am not ready for that madness yet. Well, we're kind of on the cusp of Tavar here. So I guess that kind of makes our decision for us. I was going to head for the Separatists in South Abessa. I guess... So that won't really be happening. I still can't put much of a dent in these guys, and yet... It says that we are in range to deal with them. I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, it has fire breath. Help. Yeah. Don't you be spitting fire at me. Let's run. I don't want to look out. I want to look away and run. God, why is everything so hard in this game? Like, honestly. So I think I gotta stop kind of beating around the bush and really get some quests done so we can start gaining a few levels and sorting out our damage potential. What is that? Another one? No, it's a Rotmulk. A lot of enemies in this game share the exact same, like, AI type and movement animations. I find that a bit cheap. Like, they're kind of copped out. I don't think that Ripper's given up on us yet either. This is quite the... It was a bit like a Like a motel complex, sort of. Oh. Got a teleporter. Might as well hit that bad boy. Sandy Pines. Alright. Well, I see a lot of enemies on the radar. They must be in the rooms. So I guess, next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we'll check out this resort of sorts here. See what it has to offer. Doesn't really look like the kind of place I would spend my vacation, but hey, a lot of people like to get a little exotic now and then. Why aren't you wearing shoes? Just noticed that. We're going in a nice hot sandy desert. I think a pair of sandals at the very least would be appropriate, but oh well. Gotta toughen up those soles, I guess. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I don't think I'm going to get this episode up before Christmas, which is the holiday this time of year that I celebrate. I don't normally like to get too sentimental about those kind of things. I know a lot of people celebrate a lot of different things, but otherwise, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, subscribe to my Stream Archive channel here on YouTube. Links in the description below. Once the holiday season is over with and I have more free time on my hands, I plan on kind of expanding the Twitch side of things a little bit more. And the channel in general. But until then, have yourselves a wonderful night.